What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another video. So, I hope you have a happy holiday if you're celebrating, if you're celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or whatever holiday you're celebrating. And even if you don't actually celebrate, uh, you know, these festivities, I just hope you're having a wonderful time in general. And today, I'm going to talk about the latest information on Project Red's Gavan Infinity because they did drop a lot of information exactly on Christmas Day, December 25th, which was yesterday by this recording, actually. So, yeah, let's get more into Gavan Infinity and learn more about our heroes. So if you're interested, you can see links down in the description below. Now, I actually have seen like images leaked from Terebikun or Terebi magazine about like our main protagonists, and of course, our MC is of course going to be called Gavan Infinity. So he is the Red Gavan. I mean, it just makes sense to just name the show after him. You know, he is our main protagonist after all. So we already have seen from like teaser videos and images from Toei themselves. I mean, the official suit design has been leaked like weeks or maybe even like a month ago already at this point. But yeah, all those leaks have been confirmed. So Gavan Infinity so transforms using a gun called the Gavarian Trigger, and apparently, like at least according to the most recent teaser video from Toei themselves. So apparently, he's also going to have his own laser blade, which actually, I was really relieved to find out. I'm not gonna lie, because for me, like the Space Sheriff trilogy, the laser blade, even though it kind of looked slightly different, at least Gavin's laser blade was slightly different from Shider and Sharivan. Like those two, they just basically use, I don't know, like a long bladed straight sword with like a black hilt. Like they were basically using the same weapon, but Gavin had the original Gavin at least had a more distinct golden hilt, which was shorter, and the blade was also slightly shorter and slightly wider. But yeah, at least Gavin Infinity will also have his own laser blade. Now, the silver Gavan is going to be called Gavan Bushido, and he uses swords, actually two of them, which are basically retools of Don Momotaro's Zangla sword, or Zangla slasher, I believe, Zangla sword. But yeah, they retooled Don Momotaro's sword and have Gavan Bushido wield two of them. And the most interesting hero in this cast of characters, I think, would be Gavan Luminous, aka the Gold Gavan. And, you know, as we can see from like leaks of like the magazine scans, like we can assume, or rather, um, it's not yet really confirmed, but the way that Gavin Luminous is posed, even when standing, Gavin Luminous is going to be our female warrior for this show, which is really interesting because for the first time, and I really mean for the first time, Toei has given us a gold female warrior. Now, this has never happened in Super Sentai. I mean, the closest that we had was Go on Silver, who is the first and so far the only silver female, and she also fills that sixth ranger role, albeit alongside with Go on Gold. In Kamen Rider, we have um, like female characters who have gold trims or again accent colors, but never was it the main color for any female writer in existence. You can go ahead and check it out, but as far as I know, uh, gold has been some sort of an accent color, but never the main color for a female writer thus far. So again, for the first time, we are going to get a golden female warrior. Actually, like in the entirety of tokusatsu history. Like, I mean, you can check out like other older tokusatsu shows or, tokusatsu shows made by other companies, and I have never seen, at least from what I've seen so far, like all of the shows that I've watched, never was there a gold female character. But nonetheless, yeah, we're getting a gold Gavan, and she is female. Now, Gavan Luminous uses the Gavarian laser, which is also a gun type weapon. So, yeah, that's what we see so far, at least the scans are concerned. And continuing at least the tradition of giant robots, yes, we are going to get a giant robot. Now, we can see that Gavan Infinity's Gavarian trigger can transform and grow into a giant spaceship, which in turn transforms into the giant robot called Cosmo Gavarian. So, Cosmo Gavarian is like apparently like the base form of the robot, and there are other like spaceships that were shown, especially in the latest teaser video, and they can combine and give Cosmo Gavarian like different parts, allowing it to do various things in battle. So yes, we're getting giant robots that can combine with other parts, and this could have been just another Super Sentai show, but that's Toei for you. What are we expecting? But nonetheless, yes, we are still going to get giant robots. So an interesting thing to note about the main characters. So I've watched a video by Leon Channel. So he is my authority when it comes to info like from Japanese. So I watched his video and his analysis on like the info at least given by Toei. So an interesting thing about our heroes is that they're not actually part of the same space police force, but rather they are Gavan who exist in multiverses. Gavan Infinity exists in his own universe. Gavan Bushido has his own universe, and Gavan Luminous also comes from her own universe. So, again, it is interesting to note that while they do share similar design patterns, especially with their, I don't know, like space police insignias, so it is interesting to note that, again, each of these Gavins come from their own separate universes, and using their like space police technology so they can come together and fight intergalactic crime, or rather multiversal crimes, if you will. Now, from the scans that I've seen, so they're also going to carry around like a badge type device, but interestingly, this isn't their main transformation gimmick. So apparently, the three Gavins transform using items called emol gears, which actually look like Gochizos more than anything. And interestingly enough, despite the rather mature and futuristic look of the suit designs, the emol gears are very cute looking. Now, I'm not really sure why, but I can only assume that it is meant to appeal to like younger consumers. While yeah, again, the vast majority of Gavan Infinity's designs are, again, possibly marketed towards more mature viewers. Uh, they still have, or maybe Bandai still wants something that can appeal to children, considering that this is going to be a Sunday morning kids block show. So I can understand that concept. So each of the three Gavins, again, like they transform using gears based on like different reactions or different emotions rather. So Gavin Infinity transforms using the Gekido gear, which is symbolized by a red angry face. Gavin Bushido transforms using the Hisso um, gear, which is uh, signified by like a crying Cyclops guy. And Gavin Luminous transforms using the Happy gear. I mean, what else could I say about that? So yeah, so their gears are kind of embodying different emotions. So I'm imagining while Gavin Infinity is not really that angry guy, but he definitely is more of the hot-blooded type, and he might easily get angry, at least when enemies are involved. But I can imagine also someone who has like a more similar personality to Geki Jumonji, aka Gavin Type G. So I would imagine someone having such a similar personality. Gavin Bushido would be the more serious of the bunch, and Gavin Luminous, given her gear, would be the cheerful, happy one for the most part. So again, those are just some of my assumptions, but if you have your own ideas about what personalities each Gavin might have, you can tell me down in the comments section. So, yeah, uh, as far as the teasers are concerned, again, it does give us a lot of information that we can expect when the show actually comes out. Again, uh, each uh, Gavin apparently comes from their own universe. They probably have the Cosmo Gavarian as the common robot, but considering each of their capabilities or where they come from, which universe they come from, they can add like various parts to the Cosmo Gavarian, making it look unique for each of them. So we can expect something like that. And they're apparently, according to Toei's official website, so they are going to fight like interdimensional criminals that actually involve gears. So we can probably see more types of gears come out, and who knows, we can probably see like other forms or maybe even other space sheriffs or even other Gavins, if you will, using different gears. And I'm still hoping, like I myself, having seen Gavin and Scheider growing up, you know, yes, everything is set in space, so it's interdimensional. Like, I want to see something similar to the Maku Kukan or whatever. Like, the enemies lure the space sheriffs into a separate dimension where the enemies are supposed to be more powerful, but still, at the end of the day, the space sheriffs manage to defeat them for some reason, which means that the space sheriffs are very, very powerful, even when even when the enemy is supposed to have the upper hand with their own pocket dimension thing, which is really hilarious if you think of it. So we also have like information when Gavan Infinity is coming out. So expect the date February 15th, 2026, 9:30 a.m. in Japan, of course. So, of course, Gavan Infinity is going to replace number one Sentai Go Juger in that time slot. So, yeah, I am personally looking forward to more announcements regarding Gavan Infinity. So, we are yet to meet the cast, but definitely I am pretty much excited for what Project Red can offer. So, well, yes, I am personally sad that Super Sentai is going to end its run for now. At least Gavan Infinity, while technically being under a brand new tokusatsu franchise by Toei, they still carry some elements that are very much reminiscent of Super Sentai, which at least makes like the transition, a lot easier to swallow. It's not totally different from Super Sentai. And I mean, if you look at like later entries in the Metal Hero franchise, I'm gonna be very particular with this. The B Fighter series, B Fighter and B Fighter Kabuto, are basically the Metal Hero versions of Super Sentai. I mean, imagine this, like you have multicolored heroes, which while they aren't really technically wearing spandex, you know they are multicolored. They wear multicolored metal armors, and at least especially with B Fighter Kabuto, they do have their own giant robots. So again, there's that. So again, while Super Sentai as we know it is so far going to end, we can still see some remnants of it, survive through Gavin Infinity. And yeah, again, I'm just looking forward to what they can offer come February next year. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm going to post the sources and whatnot as well. So stay tuned for more updates. And as always, thanks for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. Again, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. And yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.